Good morning, Asia. Hello, world. Wherever you are, joining us from different time zones around the world, from the comforts of your living rooms, maybe even your bedrooms, offices, and maybe some of you driving to work. And we would like to welcome all of you to the third Asia Pacific Clean Air Partnership Joint Forum. And this is a partnership event for improving air quality in the region. I would like to introduce myself. I am Rico Hizon of CNN Philippines, your moderator in this new normal, meeting and interacting with all of you virtually. And I am indeed so honored to be part of this opening session. And I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me once again to be part of this very important event live from Manila. And it is really wonderful to see hundreds of delegates online joining us from all over the region. Please raise your hands if you are from Bangladesh. And what about from Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan? Hello to all of you there. Malaysia, Maldives, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, the Republic of Korea, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Timor-Leste, and Vietnam, and other delegates from other parts of the world. How are you today? It is indeed a very important day, and I really, really wish that we are all under one roof. You know, it just brings back so much wonderful memories. What we had way back in 2018. That was just like yesterday, but it's like a long time ago. It's like 3 years ago in Bangkok, Thailand, interacting personally with each other, but this continues to be a very challenging time for you and me and for all of us as we battle an unseen enemy in COVID-19. But nothing will stop us from pursuing our objectives and goals to fight on another battlefront, and that is to beat air pollution. And together, we can all work as one over the next few days to find more solutions and answers to this very serious issue. And of course, over the next 2 days, we will be hearing from many experts and colleagues working for clean air in the region. And we would like to recognize the contribution of a valued colleague working for better air quality in India who passed away unexpectedly. We would like to pay tribute to Ms. Ananya Bal, a member of UNEP's India office. She left us on September the 4th after a sudden illness. Ananya joined UNEP as Air Quality Technical Coordinator and then held the position of Field Coordinator, Air Quality with UNEP and the Climate and Clean Air Coalition. She was a very bright young person, willing to learn and expand her horizons and always happy to help her peers and colleagues. Ananya's passing is indeed a devastating loss. Our deepest sympathies to her family. She will be sorely missed by everyone. And now, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, friends of Ananya, let us take a moment to pause and honor her and other colleagues who have gone too soon, especially during this difficult situation. Ananya, rest in peace. This APAC Joint Forum is a biennial partnership event which serves as a key venue for sharing latest policy relevant science and solutions to advance clean air action in the region. And this event brings together hundreds of delegates, including government and business leaders, academia, scientists, and community groups in dialogue on solutions to beat air pollution. The theme of this third APCAP Joint Forum is Build Back Better for Healthy Air, Healthy Planet. Clean air is a basic human right, but more and more people today are exposed to unhealthy levels of pollution. There is encouraging progress, but there is still a lot of work still to be done. We have the solutions to beat air pollution, but they must be used to benefit not only on human health, but also transform energy systems, support our recovery efforts, and contribute to effective climate action. And we want you, each and every one of you, joining us today to join the conversation and be part of the solution. And now, I would like to invite His Excellency, Mr. Yutaka Shoda, Vice Minister of the Environment, Ministry of Environment of Japan, to deliver the welcome remarks on behalf of the host government. Your Excellency.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Vice Minister of the Ministry of the Environment, Government of Japan. Make a welcome remark to you all, who represent one of the most influential policymakers, researchers, representatives of relevant organizations in the world for a very important topic, tackling to the clean air. Since this joint forum established, Japan has been foreseeing it to become one of the greatest platforms in the Asia and the Pacific region for improving the capacity of our people by mutually activating regional efforts such as EANet through information and joint forums have expectedly grown. And today, we are welcoming the third one. And the title of our goal for this time is to share the region progress of the measurement against air pollution and to discuss how to accelerate clean air solutions, contribute to carbon neutrality, and support socio-economic recovery. Air pollution issues have long been suffering humans all over the world. As new issues keep appearing, while people's lifestyles and the environment drastically change, we need to tackle air pollution issues from a new perspective that has not been noticed before. Recently, some research results show that infection of COVID-19 possibly gets worse. Realize us again about the necessity and importance of air pollution measures. In addition, as part of infection prevention measures, new lifestyles such as virtual meetings, work from home, holidays at home have been attracting attention all over the world. And by chance, it also promotes a new green lifestyle. So I truly look forward to this forum leading fruitful discussions for our future, taking into account the lifestyles and environments today. The situation surrounding us is still unsettled, and work together will certainly brighten our future. I would like to show my sincere appreciation once again to everyone for joining this joint forum.
Thank you very much, Vice Minister Shoda, for your very timely and inspiring remarks. And now I would like to invite Mr. Kaveh Zahedi, Deputy Executive Secretary for Sustainable Development of UNESCAP, to deliver his remarks on behalf of the issue-based coalition on climate change mitigation and air pollution. Kaveh.
Thank you very much, Rico, and good morning to all the distinguished panelists and guests and dear colleagues. I would, of course, first like to thank His Excellency Mr. Yutaka Shoda, the Vice Minister, Ministry of Environment of Japan, for his comments, and also to express really our deep appreciation to the government of Japan for hosting the third Asia-Pacific Clean Air Partnership Joint Forum, as well as for having been so instrumental in getting this partnership going in the first place. I also wanted to thank my dear colleague Dechen, who leads UNEP's work in Asia-Pacific and who co-chairs with me the cross-UN issue-based coalition on climate change mitigation and air pollution. In our region and across our countries, air pollution is a common and consistent problem. There's probably no need for me in front of this audience to repeat the statistics on the millions of people breathing unclean air and the millions whose lives are cut short by air pollution. Most of you would have seen some of the latest research that came out of the University of Chicago that again found that it's our region, the developing and industrializing Asian countries, that are impacted most by particulate pollution. Their Air Quality Life Index study asserted that the lives of people in South Asia could be cut up to almost 6 years, and much higher for those living in cities such as Delhi. Or seen the other way, residents in all of our countries and cities in Asia Pacific could gain years of life if air quality standards actually met World Health Organization guidelines. But this is just the latest in a series of scientific studies that reconfirm air pollution as one of our most significant crises. Clearly, our crisis management has not been up to the task, because as of today, 99 of the 100 cities listed as the most polluted in the world are in our region. Many countries in the Asia Pacific either don't have effective air quality standards and regulations on industries, on agriculture, on transport, and on other sources, or do not have the capacity to enforce what is already in place. It seems that in even the most polluted of cities, we are simply praying for the air to clear and hoping that the wind will blow away the pollutants. But that is, of course, wishful thinking. Regulation and enforcement are key to effective air quality policies. Domestic action through regulation is essential and is effective. The US enacted its Clean Air Act in 1970. And since then, particulate pollution has declined by well over 60%. Japan established its Air Pollution Control Act in 1968 and has continuously updated protocols and air quality standards. And as a result, it has one of the least pollution-intensive GDPs among OECD members. The Republic of Korea set limits on air pollution in 1978 and has progressively tightened its standards, resulting in continuous decreases in SO2, PM10, and lead. The government has also been a leader in calling for strengthened regional cooperation, sponsoring a resolution within our platform at APCAP, as well as the one at the General Assembly that established the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies that we celebrated together this week. Evidence-based national legislation is essential, and it can help to meet World Health Organization air quality guidelines. But solutions also lie beyond borders. Regional issues require robust regional solutions. Despite its transboundary nature, our region of Asia Pacific does not have an effective region-wide modality that supports and encourages serious action against air pollution. This may well be a missed opportunity, as regional action has been shown to be so effective. Europe's Convention on Long-Range Transboundary Air Pollution that entered into force in 1983 is a case in point. Since 1990, harmful emissions have been reduced anywhere between 40 and 80%. And the convention has kept on creating protocols on specific pollutants to ensure that it remains fit for purpose. In our region of Asia Pacific, we do have some of the elements in place. Partnerships strengthening data, science, and action, including, of course, APCAP, as well as the Northeast Asian Clean Air Partnership, EANet, UNEP CCAC, to name a few. We also have emerging technologies, such as the GEMS satellite imagery, that are generating new information to inform rapid action. And of course, outreach events like the International Day and Clean Air Week that can help us raise awareness and share experiences. But the stark reality is that our collective mechanisms have not been able to keep up with the scale and severity of the air pollution crisis. When the APCAP member states adopted a resolution in 2019 to strengthen regional cooperation, it was in many ways a recognition that despite the good work that is happening, it hasn't been enough, nor produced the results needed. And if the case for action was not strong enough, the climate crisis has surely renewed the sense of urgency. The UN Secretary General said in his message for just yesterday that the pollution that is damaging our health is also driving the climate crisis. The group that's together here today knows well the links between air pollution and climate change. The pollutants affecting air quality are also short-lived climate pollutants that are contributing to global warming, as well as accelerating melting of the polar regions and the glaciers. Improving air quality is surely an imperative. There is no way around it, and we need to come together quickly to do so. And that is where the UN system comes together. The UN system in Asia Pacific, working through an issue-based coalition on climate change mitigation and air pollution, is supporting member states and local authorities to tackle air pollution. We are focused on improving data and information systems, raising awareness, including through sub-regional dialogues, mobilizing support for accelerated action, including through the multilateral avenue. Solutions abound, and the case really is crystal clear. And I very much hope that APCAP can be one of the catalysts for the much needed action. Thank you very much, and back to you, Rico.
Thank you so much, Kaveh, for sharing with us key information, data, initiatives, and policies that need to be undertaken to resolve this air pollution problem in the Asia-Pacific region. Thank you so much, Kaveh. Let me now introduce to you our next speaker. She's UNEP's Regional Director and Representative for Asia and the Pacific Office, to give her introduction remarks on behalf of the APCAP Joint Forum Secretariat. Let us all please welcome Ms. Deshen Sering. Deshen, wonderful to see you again. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Rico, and thank you for your continuous support on this very important issue. Your Excellency, Mr. Yutaka Shoda, Vice Minister, Ministry of the Environment of Japan, Mr. Kaveh Zahedi, Deputy Executive Secretary for the UN Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and to those tuning in across the region and around the globe, a very good morning. On behalf of the United Nations Environment Programme, it is an honor to welcome you to the third Asia-Pacific Clean Air Partnership Joint Forum. Air pollution has resulted in nearly 5 million premature deaths annually in this region and 4 billion people exposed to unhealthy levels of air pollution. Together with climate change and biodiversity loss, pollution is one of the key environmental crises affecting our planet today. It affects us all. We're truly living in unprecedented times. The COVID-19 global pandemic has shown the importance of environmental sustainability and highlighted the simple fact that we must redefine our relationship with nature, and a healthy planet is central to healthy people. Investment for air quality is currently not adequate. The Clean Air Fund, the official development funders, they did an analysis and they showed that there was 21% more investment in fossil fuel than in air quality projects in 2019 and 2020. So we know we can't maintain the status quo. The latest Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report has raised alarm bells on the state of our climate, air pollution, and calls on us to urgently act. Our region remains home to more than half of the world's population, and we know despite the current pandemic setbacks, it hosts some of the fastest growing economies in the world. Air pollution places a heavy burden on this region's economy, and with the emerging evidence suggesting that air pollution puts people at further risk of COVID-19, it is clear we must act now. The good news is that there are solutions being implemented across the region that can push our economies forward in a sustainable and lasting way. There's a clear opportunity for countries to consider and prioritize transformative measures in their country's recovery plans. A green low carbon recovery could potentially reduce as much as 25% of emissions by 2030, support socioeconomic recovery, create 191 million new jobs, and put $3.6 trillion of additional revenue by 2030. We must work collaboratively to ensure sustainable changes in policy, regulatory frameworks, economic instrument, and utilize technology to address the issue of air pollution. We're compelled to act not just for the environment, but our health, our livelihoods, and our future. We can indeed build a cleaner future that benefits us all. This year's Joint Forum theme, Building Back Better for Healthy Air, Healthy Planet, reflects the potential for transformative change even in the face of crises. Many countries in this region have pledged to build back better, invest in a greener transition, and committed to carbon neutrality. The third Asia Pacific Clean Air Partnership Joint Forum brings together delegates from governments, civil society, private sector, and international organizations from around this region. This forum is being convened as part of the region's response to implement the United Nations Environment Assembly's resolutions on air quality. It has grown from strength to strength with the support from partners. I'm really looking forward to learning and seeing how, despite our current situation, we're adapting while keeping clean air at the forefront of policy and action. Echoing the words of Rico and Vice Minister Shoda, clean air is a basic human right. We need to protect the lives of everyone, especially the vulnerable, such as women and children. We need strong commitment and cooperation from all sectors of society, including governments, private sector, academia, civil society, and we very much value the contribution of the youth. Over the next 2 days, we look forward to discussions towards building back better to beat air pollution and to support climate action. I would like to thank all our partners for your continued support. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Ministry of Environment of Japan for your steadfast support to the Asia Pacific Clean Air Partnership since its inception in 2015. I would like to thank the distinguished speakers and panelists who will join us over the next 2 days. I'm looking forward to the discussions at this forum and to work with you in building back better, achieving cleaner cities, strengthening women and children's engagement, creating sustainable mobility, and harnessing digitalization across the region. I wish you a very collaborative and productive forum. I thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you, Rico. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ashen, for that very comprehensive remarks. Delegates, we've heard our keynote speakers that we must act now, despite the challenges of COVID-19, to beat air pollution. We must work together to find innovative solutions to achieve this goal. We would like to thank everyone for joining us for the opening of the third Asia Pacific Clean Air Partnership Joint Forum. We have, as mentioned by Deshan, a full and exciting day of sessions ahead with many speakers, experts, leaders, advocates from all over the region. I would like to invite everyone to please stay online. Don't go. Stay there wherever you are and join us for the high-level plenary on Build Back Better for Healthy Air, Healthy Planet, which will be starting in about 4 minutes time. I will see you there. We'll be right back. Don't go. Don't change that channel. Don't switch off that Zoom. Just stay there. See you then.